Number 39 is the tangent of pi over 6, and this is just checking whether you remember the unit circle. So the tangent at pi over 6 was the first one we came to. Remember, tangents are, you should know these, tangent of 30 degrees, which is pi over 6, is square root of 3 over 3. And then at pi over 4, it's 1. And then at pi over 3, it's the square root of 3. And remember, it doesn't exist. At 0, it's 0, and it doesn't exist at pi over 2. Okay? So this is the square root of 3 over 3. And so 5 pi over 6, this is pi over 6, and 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, 4 pi over 6, 5 pi over 6 would be in this quadrant, so it would be negative. And so it would be negative square root of 3 over 3. And 41 wants the secant of negative 5 pi over 4. That would be 1 over the cosine of negative 5 pi over 4. So negative 5 pi over 4, this is pi over 4, negative pi over 4, sorry. 2 pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4, so negative 5 pi over 4 is right here. It would be negative, right, in the second quadrant for cosine, so that's 1 over negative square root of 2 over 2, which is equal to negative square root of 2 if you rationalize that. All right, so that was number 41. And number 42 wants the cosine of negative 5 pi over 4. Again, negative pi over 4, negative 2 pi over 4, negative 3 pi over 4, negative 4. So here's negative 5 pi over 4. Cosine is negative, so it's negative square root of 2 over 2.